open up. UOPN.
Hi, this is Rockin' Robin, and we are going to give you the top 10 categories of items that we sold a lot of on eBay in 2019. Now, I want you to also watch my video on what to sell in 2020, because they're not exactly the same. Some of the things that I sold a lot of, I'm going to look for other things in 2020. So I'm going to put that video up here. Watch it and look for it. So I will show you some of the things now that I did buy and sell a lot of in 2019. Some of them I am still selling. We are Rockin' Robin's garage sales. We sell on eBay, we sell on Poshmark, we sell on Facebook Marketplace, and we sell at flea markets. We're going to expand in 2020. But here are some of the things that were the best sellers for me in 2019. Now I'm going backwards. Now number 10, I'm going to say clothing. Mostly shoes and boots and some sneakers. I sold these on eBay and Poshmark. Some of the things that I was selling were these like mukluks. I had bought a lot and they're brand new, still with tag. I bought mukluks. So I sold a lot of mukluks. I sold some Birkenstocks, some Tevas, some Nikes. Those are the types of shoes that I usually look for. I sold a lot of that. I sold some other clothing too on Poshmark. I have several videos where I show you some of the clothes that I put up on Poshmark. But I would say that's number 10, was clothing, mostly shoes, boots, and some sneakers. Number 9, toys. Board games, vintage toys, superheroes, Star Wars, action figures. I sold a lot of these on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to show you a board game. It's a typical vintage board game. It's not a huge seller, but it's the type of thing that I will sell on eBay, and I sold a lot there. And I also sold some at the flea market, and a lot were Fisher Price in the 60s. I tend to do a lot of 60s stuff, so that is one of my big sellers. So that would be number 9. Number 8 is Disney stuff. And this was both in eBay and at my flea market. And I sold a lot of shirts, a lot of toys. See this toy? This can actually go in either one. You can consider this number 9, part of my toys and vintage, or part of my Disney, since it's both. And if you get both, all the better. I sold a lot of shirts, toys, pins, and plush. A lot of it on eBay, and also some in the flea market because I live in Florida, and a lot of people like Disney stuff. So those were good things to look at. You should always look at what your region likes and what kinds of teams and what kinds of, attractions and things people collect and like there. Number 7, baby items and blenders. Now, I had bought a boxed lot of stuff from like a liquidation.com type thing, and it had a lot of baby items and blenders, along with some other things that didn't sell well. But I sold mostly the baby items and the blenders, and they went quick. Blenders went like crazy. They were brand new. I sold a lot of those and a lot of baby strollers and baby items. So those were my 7th biggest seller in 2019, and those were both eBay Marketplace, eBay and Marketplace on Facebook is what I'm trying to say. Number 6 is Pyrex. And I sold a lot of Pyrex on both eBay and the flea market. Now, I sold mostly in the flea market because it's hard to ship glass. The prices were higher on eBay, but you have to decide. If you're a good shipper and you know your glass isn't going to break and you think it's worth it, then that would be a good place to sell it. I don't feel confident. The post office, to me, they take and smash everything. So I feel more confident selling at flea market. So it's really up to you where you sell it. But Pyrex does really well. And you can look that up on eBay, see which kinds of Pyrex sell. All right, number 5 for me was garden items. A lot of that was in the flea market for me. I did sell some online, but a lot of that, it's like little garden statues. You may see other videos of me and I'm always holding a little turtle or something. Something that would go in the garden, whether it's stakes, whether it's planters, a lot of garden stuff. People like that, and it's not always that easy to find. It's not something, if you go to a nursery or something, it's very expensive. So it's a good item to buy and to sell, and most of mine were at the flea markets, I must admit. Number 4 was CD, Blu-rays, and video games. Now, I put those all together because I tend to have them all in a box, and that's how I sort what I have. And I sold them at the flea market and on eBay. CDs, Blu-rays, and video games, people will always collect. You can always get some of those at the flea market. You don't always make a huge profit. Depends on what you get. Right now, Wii games are good. PS4 is good. So those are the two things you look out. But you can sell other ones, Nintendo old ones, Nintendo Switch, any kind of Nintendo is always good. And I sold a lot of those at the flea market, but I also sold some on eBay. Some of them were so much better on eBay. So you have to really look. And my advice would be to put them up on eBay first. If they don't sell them at the flea market. But if you only do eBay, that's fine. And if you can't sell them in lots. People love a big lot of like 5, 6, 7, 8. They're a great way to sell both CDs, Blu-rays, and video games. All three of those. Okay, number 3. Sports jerseys. I sold a lot of sports jerseys, and they don't all have to be brand new. This is a vintage sports jersey from the New England Patriots. It's Maroney, Lawrence Maroney. Now, I'm a Patriots fan, and I don't even remember Lawrence Maroney. I mean, they don't have to be the best players and the newest players ever. People love sports jerseys, and I tend to buy a lot and sell a lot. And I sell them both on Poshmark and eBay. I don't really sell many at the flea market because you're definitely going to make more money on Poshmark or eBay, and eBay is probably the best place to sell them. So that's my third best seller. I look for them constantly, and I'm loaded with sports jerseys, and that was my third best seller this year. Hey, you gotta give with people what they want. Now, number 2 is kind of odd. It's the cosmetics. We sold a lot of John Frieda. I had bought another box lot of pharmaceuticals, and one other thing I had a lot of was John Frieda. People are crazy about them, and they sell for a lot of money. So if you want to sell something and you can get your hands on some kind of cosmetic that sells well, it could be makeup, it could be shampoo, it could be, we sell a lot of hair lighteners. I mean, there's a lot of different things that people like. They sell well on eBay. You got to sell them cheaper than you can get them in the store, but they sell well. I sell them in lots of 2 or 3. That's the best way to sell it. This way you're making a profit. They're getting something that's a deal. So I recommend you look for stuff like that. Now, my number 1 seller this year, it seems like it's my number 1 seller every year, but since this is my first year doing YouTube, it's going to be something new for you. My number 1 seller always, records. Record albums, especially the 1980s. This is a Supertramp. Now, this may not be the biggest seller. You're looking for Rolling Stones, The Who, Beatles, AC/DC, Van Halen, people like that. They will sell. Now, I sell them both at the flea market and on eBay. I have a lot of buyers at the flea market, and sometimes I just want to get rid of stuff, so I'll sell them like $3, 2 for $5. But some of them I know sell for a lot of money, so I will put them up on eBay. So if you sell, wherever you sell, that is the place you should sell albums, because if you can't sell albums, you can't sell anything. That's my number 1 seller this year. Will it be next year? I don't know. Who knows? I have a lot of new things that I'm looking for, so anything is possible. All right, this has been Rockin' Robin. I've got a lot of good videos. I told you to look for my video of what to sell in 2020. I'm going to put that up there. If I haven't put it up there by now, it'll be there. You can always message me. Please comment and like and subscribe to our page, as well as press the button. We're going to have a lot for you in 2020. We're going to help you make money. We're going to tell you everything we can sell. We really want to help you this year. So have a good day. Hope you sold a lot in 2019, and we shall see you soon. This is Rockin' Robin.